Hey everyone, back with another deck. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be sharing a classic Galactus deck with you. Hopefully this is a deck you should all be able to play and have the necessary cards for. Before we jump into it, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe. On the grind to 50 subs, would be great to grow the channel and hopefully share these decks with more people. And yeah, let's get into it. So a couple of key cards for this deck is Nebula, as this should distract your opponent and cause them to continue to play their cards on top of her. Jeff, you can swap for Nightcrawler. I feel it's always good to have a card that can move about. You can sort of play Jeff or Nightcrawler on the far right location, and then before you play Galactus, move him out of the way so it's not too obvious. Ravonna is a great card and probably one of the more needed cards as she discounts the goblins. Storm is great for closing off lanes, and I find her and Nebula are a good pair. Play Nebula, play Storm on top of her. Players can't get to Nebula. She starts powering up. Obviously beware of cards like Killmonger. Shang-Chi could be swapped out, but he is handy, what with the current meta at the moment. You're probably seeing a lot of Sentries and Red Hulks, but also be wary as there are a lot of Loki decks at the minute, so they can copy your Shang and then nuke your Sentry, so be aware of that. Hobgoblin is good for causing just that sort of strong -8 power. If your opponent has been distracted with Nebula and then you play Green Goblin, then you have Sentry on the board, then followed by your Hobgoblin. That's a lot of negative power they have to sort of deal with. So expect a few opponents to leave and escape. The Nihilus is everywhere at the moment, which means the Hood and the Void is. So he's a good card to have in your deck. And obviously, if you do encounter a Loki, consider leaving or just being careful, as chances are they have copied your hand and they too have a Nihilus. So you're going to have to sort of let them have priority and make sure you play last so you can send over the negative cards. This can end up being a battle of the brains, so be prepared to try and read your opponents. And yeah. Finally, the man himself, Galactus. Don't be expecting to play him in every match. But when you do, your opponent just doesn't see it coming. The same goes with our last card, Eliath. He's not been relevant for a while, so you should catch your opponent off guard. Obviously, just be aware who has priority before you play him. Otherwise, he won't do much. And yeah, that's the deck. This deck is strictly a rank ladder match deck. I don't think this deck does well in Conquest, as after the first time you play Galactus, or the first time your opponent sees what you're trying to achieve, they're going to know and sort of try to counter you, or they might just leave, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, just be prepared for that. And then, yeah, give it a go. Let me know what you think. As I said, some of these cards are not being played and not being played for a while, so it should get you some easy cubes. Most players will see the Annihilus play coming, as he's quite prevalent at the minute. But yeah, just don't go too heavy on the far right location. Don't send all your your hobgoblins and your green goblins, as some players will twig. They'll click what you're trying to do, and the more seasoned players will sort of see that you're trying to maybe play Galactus there. But who knows? As always, Hulk smash the like. Make sure you are subscribed. And as always, have a good one. Have a great one. And I'll see you in the next one.
I am Iron Man.
Such is my judgment. Victory!
Wind, aid my hand.
Victory!
Wind, aid my hand.
ye worthy? Victory!
Wind, aid my hand.
Victory!
Wind, aid my hand.